For more on this, we are now being joined live by Professor Al Shar from Tel Aviv, Israel, to discuss matters further. He is a Vice Rector at Tel Aviv University and an expert on Syria. Professor, thank you so much for joining me here on the broadcast. First and foremost, from your side, I want to just understand, what is Israel planning on its shared border with Syria after the fall of the Assad regime?
Well, Israel sees the fall of Bashar regime as an opportunity. I mean, because Bashar was a critical link between Tehran and Beirut. Through Syria, Iran supply advanced weapons to Hezbollah. Iran established military presence on Syrian soil with the blessing of Bashar al-Assad, also for with the removal of Bashar from power. Iran is pushed back. And this is, of course, a very important, significant, and positive development, not only for Israel, but also for other moderate Arab countries in the region. Having said so, well, we know that the new leader of Syria, we know that the group that seized power in Syria, well, is rooted. This is the origin. It came from ISIS. It came from al-Qaeda. And now the leader, Ahmed Al Shar, is known in his nickname Julani, said that, well, it was when he was very young, immature, and we shouldn't judge him for that. And now he does understand how things are going on in the world. But we'll have to wait and see, because once again, he is deeply rooted
yes,
in this extremist ideology. We'll have to follow and see.
Professor, the Israeli army had earlier on Sunday said that it was progressing into the buffer zone, a demilitarized area in the Golan Heights. There was also a certain quote that came in that I directed, this is Netanyahu saying that I directed the IDF yesterday to seize the buffer zone and the commanding positions nearby. We will not allow any hostile force to establish itself on our border. My question is, will we see a new border line being drawn here? Is that any kind of an aim here?
No, and I think there was not even any use to do it. I don't know, and I don't understand why the military took this decision. Maybe because of insecurity, because of fear, because of sense of instability in Syria. But the idea is only the buffer zone, because if you enter to Syria, there is local population, and Israel said repeatedly, it has nothing to do with what is happening inside Syria. It didn't support Bashar. It didn't support either the rebels. What it is after now is, first of all, to take care for the chemical weapon Bashar had in his possession, an impressive chemical arsenal, advanced weapon system which was supplied to him by Russia. And of course, the possibility that, well, because there is chaos right now in Syria, I mean, in Damascus, Julani has some presence and influence, but all around Syria, well, it's clearly with the collapse of the regime, some degree of chaos, and Israel doesn't want that by mistake or, everybody has a weapon, they will get closer to the border, there might be some engagement, and that's what Israel is after, to secure the border. I think when things will be stabilized in Syria, there will be no need even for this Israeli presence in this buffer zone.
That there's going to be some kind of stability in Syria now that Assad is gone, but as you mentioned, there are too many weapons inside Syria as of now, especially when you see those visuals of the HTS taking over all the major cities in Syria. They've pretty much taken over Syria now that Assad is no longer there. But of course, the situation remains rather volatile. It is a developing story. We will be tracking it closely. But thank you so much for joining me on the broadcaster. That was Professor Al Shar from Tel Aviv joining me right here with All Insights.